For the very first episode of Life of Magic, we begin with Paco Agrado, a multi award winning magician who blends poetry, storytelling, and a unique personal style of magic. He's also the creator of the acclaimed show The Last Sunday of March, a poetic and deeply emotional piece that has moved audiences all across Spain. This is Paco Agrado. Today we have a special guest, and this is Paco Agrado. You should know it because he's one of the best magicians in the entire world, and is one of my favorites. This is true. It's not for publicity. Paco, you're a magician that have won many prizes, such as the Spanish National Prize, the Flasoma Close-Up Magic Prize, and many more. And many of them, you won them at your teens. You were very young. How you got into magic?
Um, I discovered the book of magic.
Yes.
I mean, I was a good reader when I was before them being a teenager, maybe 12 years old, 13 years old. And I got very interested in that book. I didn't know how it was. It was something very new to me. And I started reading. Of course, I understood like nothing because it was like a advanced book. So for me, it was very difficult to understand, the information, the techniques. But I was lucky enough to be in the moment where internet was already working hard,
Yes.
and there were like web pages where I could dive into. One big magic program, TV program in Spain, which was Nada por aquí.
Okay.
Maybe you know it or maybe don't. It was a very, very beautiful magic show that lasted for several seasons with Jorge Blas and many people. And for me, it was a big contact with magic, magic done very good and very professionally and with love and everything. And that's how I got into it. After that, I don't know, I started meeting new magicians, new friends, started performing as maybe you did, no?
Yeah.
As in our lives, I don't know, it's like the path, no?
Yeah. And I know that many magicians have this trouble with maybe family or
Okay.
like they see you doing tricks or something and they are like, no, 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 I don't like this. Do you have any trouble like
No,
this?
it wasn't not my case at all. No, they really supported me.
Yeah.
Uh, I was a good student, so
Uh-huh.
as long as it was good,
Yeah.
they supported me very, very badly, and I mean strongly. And my parents did love magic. I mean, they didn't know about magic before I started doing it. Of course, they knew Juan Tamariz. He was
Yeah.
here in Spain. And he is a big uh, figure, no, in the iconic imaginary world of Spain.
Yes.
And I remember there is one episode, funny episode, when I was a kid, maybe 8 years old or 7 years old. We were in the summer in Cádiz.
Yeah.
And there is where Juan Tamariz spends his summers. He has his house there. And we were in a mall and we were having dinner with a friend. And my parents told me, look, he's Juan Tamariz, one of the greatest magicians in the world, in history. And what I approached him to have an autograph, to have a
Okay.
signature.
Signature, yes.
But really, I didn't care at all about Juan Tamariz. No, I didn't know him, and I did it because of my parents, and I couldn't know at that moment that he was going to be such a reference in my life.
Yeah.
It's funny.
And how old were you at that time?
Maybe 7 years old or eight is, I mean, like 4 or 5 years before I got into magic,
Wow.
and it was maybe prophecy, maybe.
Prophecy, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
So, do you think that you got into magic because you met Juan Tamariz?
No, no, no. Once I got into magic, I discovered him and I realized
Okay.
he's a master. No,
Yes.
but at that moment, I didn't know him. I was not interested in magic. I hadn't seen any magic trick, and I couldn't imagine that it could be a big part of my life.
Paco, and besides Juan Tamariz, Did you have any other magician who inspired you in the past?
René Lavan, no? It's like the greatest. René Lavan is like the poet, the musician of narrative, and the way he combined words and magic and the tempo and time and expression. So something so big to me, and he inspired me like very, very much, and also influenced my way of approach to the audience of expressing myself. Now, in the expression of in the communication of magic, oh, René Lavan, also Juan Tamariz, but René Lavan was probably my biggest inspiration.
The first time I saw you perform
Okay.
was in your show last Sunday of March. And I was amazed by the way that you handle everything, the story behind. There were a lot of details in that show, and I am very amazed by this because this is one of the best shows I have ever seen. How was the creation of this show? You collaborate, I think, with a director,
Yes,
a dramatist, right?
I did work with a dramatist, with a playwright, who was also my master. He was a man I met before we get into the work. We got into the work, and really uh, understood my work and wanted to make it bigger. He was a very talented guy. He was from Cuba, a wise man, not only dramatist, but also a writer. He loved philosophy and he loved the history of religion. So very, very wise man. And we got into work after, I would say, 4 years of performing the show.
Yes.
Well, the thing is that nowadays the show has been running for 11, 12 years since I got the first idea of doing the show and I got the first feeling of the title and the first approach to it. I started performing first. At first, it was like a smaller show uh, with not so many details that you said. I got to perform it here. There is a fantastic magic theater called Houdini
Okay.
Theater. So I got to perform it there maybe 3 times a night, uh, 3 times a week for a lot of months.
Yeah.
So I got in touch with the audience, with the rhythm, with the tricks, with the music, with a lot of things. And then I felt I needed to go one step farther.
Yes.
And I asked him to work with me. And he said yes. And in that moment, we created the new structure, which is the structure I'm using now in the show, and which is more theatrical. It's like a dance. It's like it has different flows. So I begin in my case with comedy, with humor, with strong magic, but the show gets into the dark place. Now there is
Yeah.
drama and there is poetry and there are other elements that we mm, well tried and to play with. I don't know how to express it. No,
What things you feel he added to the show? In what ways you feel he enhanced it?
a lot of things. First of all, there is a magical coincidence, and it is that I got the title of the show on the last Sunday of March 2013. But 2 years later, I got a big, big, strong experience in my life on the last Sunday of March. And wasn't sure about including that experience of the show because it plays with trauma, it plays with emotions that are not easy to handle and to mix with magic. And he encouraged me to go into that story, not to be afraid of my own story, and to create a show based on that fantastic coincidence. That on the beginning, no, that's it. Now in the develop of the structure, he understood very well the creation of images. If you see the show, although it's a close-up or a parlor show, because I also perform it with a big screen for large theater,
Yes.
but all can be also performed for 30 people, as you saw it at the first time. And sometimes I use the stage in one way and I sit in that place, and then I put the chair in a different position and I create a different image. And he understood that very well. So you, as a spectator, could have these pictures
Wow.
like cinema. No, he was also a cinema director. No, he was very sensitive about this. Um, he perfected the script. I wrote the script, but he checked that everything went okay, the flow of the story and the creation, no, of the whole structure. So maybe there are more things. So he was very generous to me, and he put his heart on this show. He put his heart also in many places, and he's been a very talented guy and did very good jobs. And for me, it's kind of a treasure
Yeah.
that he got to work with me, and he was generous enough to give me this gift, no, this present.
Yeah. It's a very, very beautiful show. I mean, um, when I was experiencing everything, all the emotions that you were transmitting with the story and everything,
Mm.
I just wonder how the other people were feeling. And I saw
Okay.
people crying. And when I asked to somebody very casually, have you seen this show before? They said me, this is the third time that I'm seeing it.
Wow, that's it.
This show is very, I feel it's very universal. I mean,
Okay, yeah.
anybody can get all the feelings that you are transmitting,
Yeah.
and they can receive everything without
Yeah.
being aficionado, who is the
Amateur, no?
amateur of magic.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So Paco, in this show I have seen magic, storytelling, poetry. How you combine these things together with magic?
Um, it's a difficult answer. Magic is theatrical, can be a theatrical experience, so it can combine very well with music or with dancing or with all the resources that you have. In my case, I use words because I like very much language and storytelling and this way of communicating with the people. And every case is different. I mean, sometimes you can have an effect, and then you look for a presentation, and maybe you do the presentation first, and then in silence you do the effect.
Yes.
Or maybe in between the effect, you can say little sentences, or maybe at the end as an epilogue. Every case is different. In the case of the show, we try to create a structure, narrative structure, with it's a classical structure, the hero's journey. I don't know if you know about it, but it's a narrative structure that has been playing in the history of the literature
Yes.
all the time. In the Iliad, or also Harry Potter, or Matrix, or whatever. And it has to do with a character who is on the ordinary world, and something strange happens. It's like a call for action from the extraordinary. And this man or women, mm, maybe at first doesn't want to get into the extraordinary world. He's or she's afraid, but finally, he gets into this extraordinary world, and there is a master there who appears and who guides him or her into this adventure. And in this moment, he has or she has different challenges that he has to fight with, and at the end, he gets transformed. No, he's not the same anymore. And the end of the journey is when he comes back to the ordinary world where he came from, to share what we has where he had learned through the journey. And if you look at it, it's present in all those of stories, Harry Potter, Matrix, all,
Matrix, yes.
like all. And also we use it in this show. So it's a way of using a classical narrative structure using magic. Oh, there are different approaches on the combinations of narrative and magic. There are moments where, as I said before, there is a visual trick, visual routine without any presentation that has been introduced before. And in other parts, there is a drama situation mixed with a homing car routine, which gives you a different feeling where maybe the effect is not the most important part, but the combinations of both trying to create a new emotion, a new aesthetic, let's say. I don't know. People will have to see it and feel it, and I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, people need to see this show, really.
Well,
If you're in Spain, you need to watch it.
yeah, and if not, we will see.
But you are also only in Spain?
Well, no, that's the thing that I'm very, very happy now because I translated it into English so I can do it out of Spain or in Spain for our international audiences because I really needed to do a hard work on it because it's a narrative experience and the words has to be chosen good to express, to be precise as a knife. And I'm very happy because it works. I really wasn't sure if the structure was going to be good and has the enough like power, and it has. And now I'm looking forward to go out of Spain and to perform it wherever it has to be performed. And I really hope if that's what it has to happen, that you that maybe are listening, you can see the show or you again, or maybe you and you together. Life is a mystery, no?
Yeah, people, you need to watch it. If you see it in your country or something, catch it because it's one-time opportunity. You wrote a book. Luckily, I have it here.
Yeah,
See?
that's it.
So, what is this book about?
Well, this book is about the show.
It's about the
The
show.
whole show.
Everything, all the secrets of the show is
For sure,
here.
for sure.
Oh, you see, here's a dedication for me from you.
Yeah, yeah.
So, what you put here? I mean, is everything?
Everything. Yeah, and yeah, the show, the script, the tricks, the methods, the variations.
Yeah.
There is an article, an essay written by the director. I mean, everything I had, I put it there.
Well, thank you.
My pleasure, man.
I'm finishing this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You have another show, right?
Oh, yeah, I do.
With a friend.
Well, with a good friend and a fantastic magician.
What is the name of this friend?
Well, his name is GianCarlo Scalia. You know it very well. You
And
know him very well.
there is also a director.
Director, yes, yes.
Who is the
he is.
director?
Well, Miguel Ángel Gea.
Yeah, one of the big.
Big, big, big.
Yeah, very
Super big.
very big.
Biggest. Big.
Now, this
Yeah.
show is called Tanto.
Yeah,
I saw it. It's
Okay.
amazing,
thank you.
and it's completely. I feel it's another air. It's
Yeah,
another
yeah.
thing. Can you tell us a little bit how this collaboration started?
Well, it started on the mind of Miguel Ángel Gea, who is a very creative magician and has lots of crazy ideas, and he's working on them all the time. And he wanted, for the first time of his life, direct a show that he previously had an idea about. Now, is a two magicians show, and there is a clown situation between the both, and he got different ideas on how he could um, transform magic into this clown situation parody. Let's say I don't know if it's very precise, and he contact Giancarlo and I to be the two magicians of that show. And we were fascinated
Yeah.
about the idea. At least I know Giancarlo too, but I was fascinated because for me, Miguel Ángel is one of those very, very, very special magicians, like not also creative, but very talented, very experienced. He's been working with everyone around the world. And also, he's a great guy, a great person. So for me, it was an amazing experience to work with just of two talented guys as GianCarlo and Gea, because when you work in a new show, I mean, normally, or in my experience, is it's a long ride. Now we've been working on it for maybe 3 years. I don't know how long it will last. Maybe one more year, two, three, four. I don't know, but it's a long ride. And for me, it still is a very um, rich experience, to work with them and to collaborate with them.
Wow. I have seen the show maybe twice, I
Yeah,
think, and
yeah,
every
yeah,
time that I'm seeing it,
yeah,
it changes.
yeah.
How these changes happens? I mean, do you have
I
any
mean,
open script that you have, or is changing?
no, 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 no. I think it's a very theatrical piece in the sense that, oh, we don't play very much with improvisation. No, we get into the stage with things clear, although things can happen, and then you'll have to handle it for
Yeah, yeah,
sure, for sure. But in this case, it's not in the spirit of the show. It's kind of a that's why I said theatrical piece. Also, magic can be very theatrical,
yeah,
even in improvisation. No? But in this case, and we are in the search of of an amazing show. Let's be clear. We want to create a powerful, artistic, memorable experience. And when you are working with new structures, you're experimenting with new structures, you fail. Well, we all fail in life, like all the time, every day. Until I get breakfast, I have failed twice, no, every day. And in those experimental works, you have ideas, but you don't know how they're going to flow, how they're going to fit together, which is going to be the whole picture of the show. And when you perform it in front of the audience, you can feel, oh, this piece is fantastic. This other piece, I don't know why, but this piece is good, but maybe two different changes. And as long as we are in this search of creating a memorable experience, we're still working on perfecting it and understand the pieces, the complete flow to get a better show.
yeah. When I saw these shows, I could recognize some classical tricks, but you adapt them so beautifully. What way, or what's your way for adapting classical tricks to your own?
Well, classical tricks are classical for a reason. They
Yeah,
are very strong, normally very good, with clever methods, very powerful to people, and they are a good base on you can work with some warranties that magic will breathe and will exist. Even if you want to do different versions or to use them as a way of communicating different ideas, it's a good start, I feel. And in the case of Tanto, as long as Giancarlo and I play the role of two clowns, uh, we use classics to express the relation between the two clowns, which has to do with time. I don't want to make spoilers. It has to do with time. In this case, Gea, who has been working on classics for all his life, almost also all his life, got different ideas on how to approach to the presentation or how to break the classic. So we could found different spaces of like expression. And in my case, uh, I got a feeling that there are classics that fits your personality, and when you find them, it's like a match. You don't know why, The first time you perform it, the second time, you can feel they are for you. They fit you. There are other classics that maybe not. And in my case, uh, it's always a look for pleasure. Maybe I don't feel comfortable with the method, let's say.
Mhm.
Or maybe I feel there is another presentation that can fit better into my style. Or maybe I think about a new joke. Oh, I don't know. Oh, but I try to have pleasure in this case, no, this kind of pleasure in the core of my decisions. And as long as you develop those variations, let's say, of classics, you get to know your style. No? You get to meet you on that. I guess it's about pleasure, I guess.
What things have you learned in the evolution of performing these shows?
Maybe it's impossible to say everything. I would say I have learned to be patient. We were talking before about this 12 years ride. If you want to get into your world, to develop your show, patience is a good ingredient. I learned to communicate with people, with the audience. In this case, 12 years of performing it. Is a very important time to get to perform and in touch with the audience to get to know them and get to know yourself in front of them and this theatrical relation. Uh, I learned to try to trust my intuition. I mean, there are times that you have ideas. Uh, you don't know why, but they are in the bottom of your heart and you can feel them. Maybe they are strange. There are other times that there are ideas that may seem very intelligent or very clever or very productive for, but they are only in your mind. They're not in your heart. What I have discovered is that the ideas that are in your heart are the ideas that are going to have a real life that has the potential. The ideas that have the potential to breathe outside. If not, there are intellectual experiences cold for me. It could be a third learning I had in the creation and develop of those two also.
Many magicians that are working on their show, they struggle with maintaining a balance between commercial magic and, I mean, what people like to see, and artistical author magic, what they love to do personally. Um, what will be your advice for them?
For me, magic is about communication. It's about creativity. It's about techniques, methods. But for me, the most important thing is to get in front of an audience and create a really magical moment with them. So for me, it has to be commercial in the sense that they have to be involved in my experience. I cannot separate, in my case, commercial magic from author magic. My search is about to get in front of the audience in the stage and to create or be a part of an amazing experience. It depends. Maybe uh, your biggest interest is in the method or in the technique. Every magician is different. Every path is different. I don't know if I can give an universal advice for that. Again, enjoy. That's true. Uh, I don't know. Magic is for people. Um, maybe, maybe you are not finding the right audience. Maybe you have to look for a different part. But again, man, enjoy. I don't know, enjoy. Yeah, get to know yourself, get to enjoy, get to feel the pleasure, get to emotionally involved with the audience, get to have new ideas that explode your mind and your heart. And I don't know. I think that's the best thing you can do in magic. You know, like
Any advice for a magician that is starting?
enjoy. I mean, look for your pleasure. Do what you like. If you like cards, do cards. If you like coins, do coins. Uh, get to jam with nice people and enjoy the ride. You'll never know where it's finishing or where it's you don't know. It's enjoy. That's it.
Paco, let's talk about something that is called fulos.
Oh my god! Yes. Yeah.
How was your experience there?
Well, amazing. Unexpected, totally unexpected, and like great experience, great gifts, and great memory.
Is this something that was already on your plans?
I was not supposed to do the show. I was there in the shooting of the show because GianCarlo was about to do the show. And I was with him because days after we were going to perform Tanto, the show, in Magic Life, which is this big magic congress that takes place in Vegas. So I was there with Giancarlo having fun. And at some point, one of the producers of the show came to me and said, "Oh, look, we have a spot for tomorrow. We have had some troubles, I think, with some flights that maybe didn't arrive on time. Do you want to be with us?" And at first, I didn't know if he was talking seriously because he was saying in a so casual way that I didn't know if it was a joke or it was not. And I tried to respond in the same casual way, but at the same time, my hand started like shaking like this, like getting a little bit nervous. And I decided I had to do it. No? It was a good opportunity, not for fooling or not fooling, because I really feel that fooling Penn and Teller or not is not under your control. They are great masters. Yeah. You may have a routine very clever that they know, or you may have something that you may think that it's not a fooling piece and it's a fooling piece. It's not on you. What is on you is that you have 4 minutes, 5 minutes in front of a very large audience, which is a program which is seeing all around the world, also here in Spain, for example, which is something crazy for me. And you have this opportunity to share a piece that you have created, which is inside of you, that comes from you. And that's it. That's the gift. That's the opportunity. It was a very nice experience and challenging also and funny and I don't know, a lot of things. Huh?
Now, at the moment that you fool them,
Yeah.
something strange happened, right?
Well, not strange. They like to play. No, they're players, and they want to make the show, and me too, because you are there to do the show. And Pam apparently started talking to me in code, like if he was saying something to me that the audience couldn't understand, but everyone could understand that he was telling me, "We know how you did it." But for me, it was like a very, very strange code. I was not getting the code like at all. But as long as I'm not a native English speaker, I thought, okay, maybe I'm missing a word, maybe I'm not getting it. And really, for me, it was not about fooling them. So I was very happy to be there. And I was ready to say, yes, you know how I did it. You are the best, because that's what I felt, really felt. And in one moment, Penn said something like, "Oh, I know you are not understanding me," or something like this. I don't remember. I don't remember. because we are not really talking using codes. No, you fooled us. I was not expecting that.
Yeah.
It was like again, like one of those moments of happiness. Like, yeah, come on. Oh, it was kind of a dream. Then the camera stops, and I could speak with Teller for my first time, and it felt like surreal. No, it was not really happening. Many ingredients to make that experience something, yeah, surreal, magical.
I believe you
Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah.
yeah, I saw everything. I was amazing. They were baffled. Paco, do you
Yes.
think for the big finale of this interview, can
Okay.
you make
Yes.
a trick for everybody?
Well, we can try to have a magical moment.
Okay.
It's going to be, of course, an experience, but the search of a coincidence.
Okay.
Let's see if it happens or not. That's why we are two, and we have two decks that are your decks. Okay. So the thing is, in the spirit of the movement, we have to do the same things. If, for example, if I open and take the deck out, you have to,
Okay.
yes, no, more or less, to create the ritual. Put it there. Wow, you are professional. And also shuffle.
Shuffle.
Yeah. And also, for example, cats. And also, for example, you with this deck.
We did one?
Yes, I take this deck.
Okay.
Shuffle, start advantage.
Okay.
Yes, put it there. And now maybe we can go one step ahead, and I can tell you, guapo.
Thank you. Ah, no, no. I tell you.
Yes, yes.
Handsome.
Handsome. This is guapo is like beautiful, handsome. No?
Yeah, yeah.
And okay, maybe we are going to stop the compliments here. Maybe I don't know. And now again, we are going to look for a card that we like for any reason, but I will still don't say to you which card is my card, and you won't say to me which is your card.
Okay.
Look for any card. For example, I want this. No, put it there. Okay. So please memorize it. Yes, and Karen complete after you put it on top. Boom. Boom. Okay. Put it there. So now we both have a card. Your card isn't red, right?
Yeah.
It's very strong. Can be a coincidence. We're going to look for a coincidence. Take the deck again, and we're going to look for our cards. And now, yes, put them on the table, but face down.
Okay.
So we have mystery, still mystery. No.
Okay.
Let's see if I have. Okay. Yes, there it is. There it is mine. Yes. Yes. Be honest with me. Your card is not a heart, no?
Yeah.
Okay, just to finish, one last moment of coordination. We will pass cards from here to there, but now you will be the one who decides in which moment we stop.
Okay.
Now I imitate you. So when you say stop, we finish this moment. It can be more than one card from the middle, whatever you want. Sorry.
Stop.
There. This is amazing. I don't know why, but this ritual works. I don't know why. Now I don't know why. But between the chaos, there is some order that I don't really understand.
Wow. It's amazing. It's amazing.
I don't understand it.
It's amazing. Well, I'm very grateful that you came here, meet me, and we talk about many things. I'm very grateful what you shared. Thank you so
My
much,
pleasure.
Paquito. Paco, do you want to say something for finishing?
I can say thanks to you for the invitation. for your charisma and your cariño, would I say, your kindness to me. Of course, if you are here still with us watching this interview and this video also, thanks to you. I hope we can meet in the future. My pleasure to share with you these moments. Enjoy magic if you can, enjoy life if you can, and from Spain, receive un gran abrazo y un beso muy fuerte.